Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of BTTH the Flame Emperor episode number 122 based on novel. So let's start. In the Burning Incense Pavilion, it has been 5 years since the group of fresh blood from Xiao Yan and the others was absorbed here. Funxiang Pavilion has always had a tradition, that is, it only absorbs fresh blood every 7 years, and every 5 years, there will be a competition between the 3 temples of heaven, earth and human. On the one hand, its purpose is to check the talent situation of the 3 halls of heaven, earth and people, and on the other hand, it is to prepare for the super sect 2 years later. After all, the disciples who want to participate in the competition of the super sect need to win the same sect to be convincing at this time, so at this time, the disciples of the 3 halls of heaven, earth and people are all eager to step up their cultivation, trying to make it at this last moment. Break through strength and win. This competition is divided into individual competition and team competition. The individual competition is completely your own stage. Here, you are free to show all your strengths to defeat your opponents. After all, a strong person who can stand on his own will probably leave the Funxiang Pavilion and be the object of many competitions. As for the team competition, it is a more test of the cooperation of an individual or even a team. After all, a person's strength is limited, so in a team competition, a person's strength cannot dominate the game. Only through cooperation with each other can we win. Team competition is more eye-catching than individual competition. Haha, that kid Xiao Yang hasn't come back yet. In the Hall of People, Mu Shuzi sat on the straw mat and slowly spoke to a man in black. Since Xiao Yang and the others entered the desert mountain range, only the 4 of them, Green Flute, Mu Yingying, Mu Feng and Xiao Yi, have come out. Xiao Yang has not returned since then. After the 4 of them came out, their strength has skyrocketed a lot. I got some opportunities in it. The man in black said respectfully. But, just when Mu Shuzi was about to speak, the man in black hesitated. What's the matter, tell me. Seeing this, Mu Shuzi asked with a slight congealing in his heart. The aura of the alien races in the desert mountain range has completely disappeared, and even all the alien evil race auras in the desert mountain range have disappeared, and the desert mountain range has sunk to the bottom of the desert. Is this that Xiao Yang? I don't know why. The man in black said. In the desert mountain range, there are evil races from outside the realm, but the existence of the Madwood Immortal Master is close to the territory of the Medusa family, so even our super sects are not rashly dispatched. But according to what you said, I don't think it has anything to do with Xiao Yang. After all, this kid is someone who doesn't play cards according to common sense. Mu Shuzi smiled slowly. The first place of the Ghost Emperor is not bragging. Master Mu, I'm here to play with you again. When Mu Shuzi was talking to the man in black, a beautiful figure instantly poured into the human hall. It was a rather cute-looking woman, with jet black hair that matched the snow pom-pom's clothes, like a porcelain doll. Haha, you girl came to look for Xiao Yang again? Mu Shuzi smiled at the woman. Go down first, always look where you are, and let me know when Xiao Yang makes a move. Mu Shuzi whispered to the man in black, and the man in black nodded and disappeared. What? Master Mu, were you talking to someone just now? The woman pointed her finger at her chin and looked around. Where are there other people besides your Master Mu? Mu Shuzi said kindly. The woman's name is Lingxian, and she is a mid-stage 6-star Do Emperor. Although the strength of this 6-star Do D mid-stage should not be underestimated, this woman still has the most terrifying identity. This person is the youngest daughter of the Lord of the Earth Palace. The Lord of the Earth Palace has 2 daughters. The eldest daughter is already very powerful, and she travels the world to exorcise ghosts and demons. As for the younger daughter, she has always followed her father, so she is the most favored. She is also taken care of by her brothers and sisters in this Burning Incense Pavilion. Did I hear it wrong? Ling Xian curled her lips and said. That Xiao Yang hasn't come back yet. The next moment, Ling Xian also realized that there was no one else in the hall of this person, so she had to say to Mu Shuzi. Hey, I don't know about this. Xiao Yang and the others went out this time, and it was Elder Zhu who named him. Seeing this, Mu Shuzi wanted to make a fool of himself, and immediately pushed all the problems to Elder Zhu. Master Zhu is really biased. There are so many outstanding disciples in Funxiang Pavilion who don't bring or give pointers, but they have to point to that Xiao Yang. I can't see how powerful he is at all. He pouted slightly and complained to Mu Shuzi. Okay, little ancestor, although you are now at the mid-6-star level, I have a hunch that when Xiao Yang comes back, your strength will not be much weaker than yours. Mu Shuzi immediately laughed. Master Mu, I think you are partial. Did you secretly give Xiao Yang some panacea? Otherwise, when he first entered the Fenxiang Pavilion, his strength was only a complete 4-star Do Emperor, and even if he was strong, he wouldn't be much stronger. I also want to see why this kid killed the twin ghost emperors. Ling Xian wondered. I hope. Mu Shuzi said softly, then slowly stood up and walked towards the door of the hall. Master Mu, where are you going? Ling Xian asked immediately when she saw Mu Shuzi was leaving. I'm going to see how many people there are in our human palace. After all, Mu Yingying and the others gave up the individual competition. If they don't win the team competition, I'm afraid our human palace will end up at the end again. Mu Shuzi's voice after speaking, he disappeared without a trace. Humph. Xiao Yang, although it is rumored that you killed the twin ghost emperors, but since you joined our Fenxiang Pavilion, you have not practiced here properly. Although it is the meaning of Master Zhu, but you go out to practice, how can the strength increase in 5 years be as good as our Burning Incense Pavilion? So I really hope to play against you once, so that I can see if you have the rumors. So amazing. I hope you don't let me down. Ling Xuan's pupils flashed a hint of hope, and then slowly walked towards the door and strangely, the other 4 of the Burning Incense Pavilion the strength of people is not weak, but they gave up the individual competition directly. Could it be that they want to wait for Xiao Yang to come back and participate in the team competition together? But among those people, except for the people named Xiaoyi and Mu Yingying that my father said need attention, the other 2 have nothing special. Ling Xian shook her head, then quickly when he ran out, the hall of the man's hall returned to calm. Who am I thinking about me? On a desolate path, Xiao Yang walked slowly. This is the mountain road leading to the Burning Incense Pavilion, but it is restricted by the power of the Burning Incense Pavilion, so they can only walk. Since Kaylin is fine, then her strength has reached the level of Dozian, but because of her character, since the powerful Medusa clan gave her such a great gift, it is also a good thing for her to stay. As for me, I need to get stronger quickly, Xiao Yang said to himself. After a while, Xiao Yang finally walked to the mountainside, and then moved his handprint, and suddenly a door of light appeared in front of him. This door of light is the gateway to Burning Heaven territory, and the one that was shrouded in the Burning Heaven territory was the Burning Incense Pavilion. Fenxiang Pavilion, Xiao Yang, are back. Xiao Yang smiled slowly, then without any hesitation, he swept away directly. I really don't know what those guys in the human palace are doing. Could it be a group of turtles with their heads shrinking? On the wide road, 3 men slowly walked side by side. Among the 3, the 2 were side by side, the one in the middle took a step forward, and the 3 kept their distance. Obviously, the person in the middle had an unusual status. Hey, among the guys in the Hall of Humanity, only a few people living in Wuzhuju have some strength. As for the other disciples, they have never been in your eyes. The man on the left had a flattering expression on his face. Of course, I don't even look at the character of senior brother Yi Qing of our Earth Palace, but a dignified 5-star Do Emperor in the late stage, dealing with those disciples of the People Palace, that's not something that can be easily captured. The figure on the right continued. After talking, he continued to laugh. Hehe, the 2 of you still understand things. Don't worry, although your current strength is only in the early stage of the 5-star Do Emperor, as long as you follow me, you will definitely benefit in the future. The man named Yi Qing in the middle listened to the words of the 2 and immediately couldn't smile. Mouth. That's right, with our brother Yi here, where are those guys from the Hall of People? The 2 figures continued. By the way, brother Yi, why does the little witch from the Earth Palace often run to the human palace? One of the sloppy figures suddenly remembered something. TSK, that little witch is brooding about Xiao Yang in the human palace. I don't know where she heard it. Xiao Yang in the human palace actually used the strength of the 4-star fighting emperor to kill the twin ghost emperors in the ghost world. Yi Qing said in disbelief. Who is the twin ghost emperors, that is comparable to the strength of their deputy hall master of the Fenxiang Pavilion? How could he be killed by a kid who is only a 4-star fighting emperor? Will little witchy believe this? The 2 figures spoke at the same time, obviously surprised. That's unknown. Yi Qing shook his head and said. But I really want to try the feeling of stepping on that kid named Xiao Yang. Yi Qing's eyes filled with a trace of unusual greed, and immediately said. Although this is the Fenxiang Pavilion, the top management of the Fenxiang Pavilion sees some open and secret fights in the 3 halls of heaven, earth and people, but does not say it. After all, there is competition to have motivation. Intervention. That Xiao Yang's kid is really terrifying. Since joining our Fenxiang Pavilion, he has been on leave for 5 years. It's famously said to go out to practice, and I don't know if it will be miserable in the process of practice. I think it should be. After all, when this person joined the Funxiang Pavilion, he was only a strong 4-star Do Emperor. Even if he was not obliterated by experience, his strength would not be much stronger than senior brother Yi Qing. The two figures, one sing and one harmony. Let's go, I'm going to practice today. The individual competition is almost over, and the team competition will begin soon. If you can improve a little bit, it counts. Yi Qing smiled at the two beside her. Well, I would like to see Yi Qing in turn give me some advice. The two junior brothers said enviously. After all, this Yi Qing Kof is a veritable late-stage 5-star Do Emperor. With his guidance, it is very convenient to practice. It's easy to talk about. Yi Qing agreed with a smile, and then slowly walked towards a certain training ground in their underground palace. The cultivation sites in the Burning Incense Pavilion are divided into the cultivation sites of the 3 temples of heaven, earth and human, and the cultivation sites are also divided into 3, 6, and 9 levels. Most of the cultivation places are the caves in the Burning Incense Pavilion. The closer the caves are to the mountains, the more beneficial it is for cultivation. However, it is not so easy to obtain a good cultivation treasure. The training grounds are divided into 1 to 9 grades. Yi Qing, a powerhouse in the late stage of the 5-star Do Di, can only enter the 4th grade cave to practice at best. However, these caves are not exclusive. If they are challenged by others and fail, the caves will not be guaranteed. Yi Qing and the others slowly came to a gate, and then said to the 2 strong men guarding the gate. 2 seniors, let's go in and practice. Yi Qing took the lead and said, Earth Hall Yi Qing, the late stage of the 5-star fighting emperor, can enter the 4th floor of the cave. Earth Palace Yang Wen, in the early stage of the 5-star fighting emperor, you can enter the 2nd floor. Earth Hall Zhejiang, in the early stage of the 5-star fighting emperor, you can enter the 2nd floor. These few days coincide with the competition of our Burning Incense Pavilion. It's a good thing to hurry up and cultivate. Among the 2 old guards, an old man spoke slightly, and this was obviously said to Yi Qing. Disciple, follow the instructions. Yi Qing folded his fists and bowed. Just as he was about to enter, he was knocked back by a gust of wind. What a strong fluctuation of Do Qi, this fluctuation of Do Qi, the horror has entered the 6-star Do Emperor. Yi Qing hurriedly retreated, and then secretly said in his heart, Oh, Yi Qing, you came just in time. Someone has just entered the Burning Heaven territory. Go and see what's going on. An easygoing voice came slowly to Yi Qing. Second senior brother's strength is really getting more and more terrifying. Yi Qing said to the invisible voice, and then he did not see the second senior brother he was calling. He came and went without a trace. He really deserves to be a big brother. The 2 people beside Yi Qing also said with admiration. After all, the strength of these 2 senior brothers is too terrifying. Legend has it that they have been in the 6-star Do Emperor for many years. Let's go and see what's going on. Yi Qing also knew the character of the 2 senior brothers in their underground palace. Although they did things without a trace, they were deeply loved by their senior brothers in the underground palace. Hey, what is this? A formation? Just when Xiao Yang swept into the Burning Heaven territory, the power of the holy flame in Xiao Yang's body stared at the void beside Xiao Yang and asked suspiciously. What? Xiao Yang said. It's okay, I just want to try the power of this formation. You just devoured Sheng Yang, don't you want to try your strength? Xiao Yang's heart rock directly swept out and appeared in front of Xiao Yang. You can enter and leave my body freely like this. Xiao Yang said in surprise, this holy flame spirit is actually the same as the fire elf Xiao Yi, of course. After I find you to be swallowed by you, it is a part of your body. I can say that it is a trace of power that is differentiated from the holy flame in your body. Once the holy flame in your body is damaged, I will also receive it indirectly. But unless your source of holy flame is damaged, or someone forcibly draws out holy flame, or you spontaneously ignite holy flame, I will always exist, said the young man Xinyan. So it is. Xiao Yang nodded his head in full realization. It turned out that the holy flame spirit actually existed, which was something Xiao Yang did not expect. Then let's try it. After Xiao Yang finished speaking, his forehead suddenly lifted, and a burst of self-confidence from the bottom of his heart was born in an instant, and then his eyes just stared at the sky with some red sky render. Go. He shot lightly, and immediately smashed into the sky with a fierce fighting spirit. Boom boom boom. Qi Jin didn't hit anything, but suddenly exploded when it flew less than 10 meters. Hey, this kid is finally back. But the breath in his body seems to be terrifying. What? Although the flames on this kid's body are deeply hidden, it's not the same as before he left the burning incense pavilion. Inside the wooden hut in the human hall, Elder Zhu slowly lay down on a chair, closed his eyes and said, "Someone is breaking into the burning heaven territory." Yi Qing was the first to know when he saw the explosion in the sky. Immediately, there was no time to procrastinate, and his speed increased sharply. The movement seems to be a bit loud. "Xinyan, come back first. This Fenxiang pavilion is a terrifying powerhouse. Although it may not have bad intentions, it is necessary to guard against others." Xiao Yang looked at the explosion in the sky, and couldn't help but feel something from the burning incense in his heart. The interior of the pavilion exudes a vague aura, and immediately confronts the heart of the rock. "I see, it's really troublesome. By the way, the dragon's soul above your eternal fire eternal ruler was injured because of the energy clone caused by the previous fight against the blood demon. Now it has been closed under my treatment. I think that the next time you go out, the soul power should be able to recover a lot." Xinyan swept into Xiao Yang's body, not forgetting to say a word. "Okay." Hearing this, Xiao Yang nodded immediately. Regarding Long Yi's state at the time, Xiao Yang was very clear, but since he had Xinyan's help, Xiao Yang could rest assured. Spirit only. Next, let me see how powerful this burning heaven territory is. After Xiao Yang finished speaking, his whole body trembled, and a thick flame of power suddenly poured out. The power of this flame seems to be different from the fusion of 23 kinds of different fires that Xiao Yang used before. In the intricately colored flame fighting qi, there is a faint aura of desolation. Hoo. Seemingly provoked by Xiao Yang's attack, the burning heaven territory, which enveloped the entire sky above the huge burning incense pavilion, suddenly became irritable. In the sky where Xiao Yang was located, an invisible fire python suddenly condensed. The invisible fire python tore at Snake Shinzi and stared at Xiao Yang with resentment, but the power on his body was enough to destroy the world. As expected of the Fen Tianyu, I am afraid that the 7-star Do Emperor will not be able to please the terrifying fluctuations alone, and looking at the battle, this Fen Tianyu has not yet exerted its full power, so I think it should be reserved. Xiao Yangguang was relying on this invisible the fire python has analyzed many things, all of which are based on Xiao Yang's skyrocketing soul power. The invisible fire python spit out, and suddenly a terrifying, scalp-tingling flame suddenly attacked Xiao Yang. "It's good to come." Xiao Yang shouted loudly, and then the terrifying flame power instantly attached to the palm of his hand, and gently grasped the whistling flame. At that time, the flame mixed with terrifying power did not escape Xiao Yang's grip, and immediately turned into a trace of smoke and escaped from the gap between Xiao Yang's palm. It seems that the power of this holy flame combined with the power of different fires makes it easy to face ordinary fire attribute powerhouses. If the holy flame and the strange fire are fused, I am afraid that the battle will not change. It's just that the holy flame and the strange fire seem to be quite insoluble. Forget it, let's take one step at a time. Xiao Yang finished all this contentedly, and then fell directly, leaving the burning heaven territory. As for the invisible fire python in the burning heaven territory, it disappeared after Xiao Yang left. After all, Xiao Yang and the others have already had the aura of the burning incense pavilion in their bodies since they joined the burning incense pavilion. He didn't use his full power, otherwise, let alone Xiao Yang now, I'm afraid Mu Shuzi wouldn't be able to gain much advantage from burning Tianyu. Now my strength is only in the late stage of the 6-star Do Emperor, but I still have the power to fight against some 6-star Do Emperor powerhouses, and even some powerhouses in the early stage 7-star Do Emperor can try it. Xiao Yang had just fallen when he reached the ground. He kept circling in his heart. Obviously, after swallowing the holy flame, not only did his strength skyrocket, but it also made the sea of fighting qi in Xiao Yang's body even more strain. Ordinary people's fighting qi sea, if they are promoted to the 6-star Do Emperor, there will be a kind of transformation, which will cause the fighting qi sea to shrink. After all, if you want to step into the Do Xian in the future, compressing the fighting qi sea is something that every Do Emperor must do. What just left Xiao Yang speechless was that the huge fighting qi in the ocean of fighting qi, like a vast ocean, actually condensed into a fiery beast with a size of hundreds of feet, which made Xiao Yang quite puzzled. However, Xiao Yang could feel that the volume of his Do Qi Sea was less terrifying than some 7-star Do Emperors. Let's go back first. If you want to come to Xiaoyi, they should have come back long ago. I don't know how long it has been. After Xiao Yang finished speaking, he followed the road, because Xiao Yang remembered that the Fenxiang pavilion seemed to be divided into 3 halls of heaven, earth and people. Rumors are the core of the entire burning incense pavilion, and it has very few disciples, probably only single digits. The second place is the Earth Palace. The Earth Palace has the largest number of disciples in the Funxiang Pavilion. Although it cannot be said that there are many disciples to be ranked second, after all, the disciples in this Earth Palace are undoubtedly stronger than the Human Palace. The last one in the ranking was the Hall of People that Xiao Yan joined. Although the Hall of People ranked last, not to mention Burning Incense Pavilion, even the entire Xian Santian was not unfamiliar with this name. The reason was that there was only one memorable thing in the Hall of People. Holy rank fighting skills, move the ruler. This is the famous fighting skill of the entire Burning Incense Pavilion. Except for the first generation of the Burning Incense Pavilion master who learned it and passed it on, no one disciple has learned it for thousands of years. Although no one has learned it, this thing will not fade out of people's sight with the passage of time. After all, holy rank fighting skills are enough to be called a real treasure. This senior brother, do you look very good looking? Just as Xiao Yang was walking slowly towards the Hall of People, the three figures came here and said to Xiao Yang. The three figures were Yi Qing and the three who went to check on the Burning Heaven territory. The three of them just saw a stranger appear above the Burning Heaven territory, and they also excited some of the power of the Burning Heaven territory. They immediately went to check, but when they were very close to the Burning Heaven territory, they found that the Burning Heaven territory. Zaidu regained his calm, as if there was no change, which stumped Yi Qing and the three of them. After all, this matter was personally explained by their second senior brother in the hall. If there was any loss, they would be to blame. Oh, I seem to have made a mistake. I just came back from my experience, and I'm a little unfamiliar and can't remember the way. Xiao Yang said with a hearty smile. Strangers can't remember the way? Yi Qing frowned upon hearing this, as if remembering something. I don't know how this senior brother got to the Hall of Humanity, Xiao Yang said after seeing that there was no one around. Hehe, if the Temple of Humanity is to say, just walk straight from here and go out. But by the way, this junior brother looks very good looking. Did junior brother see the outsider who just broke into our Burning Incense Pavilion and Burning Heaven domain? Yi Qing's series of questions made Xiao Yang feel ashamed. Xiao Yang clearly tried the invisible fire python at a very fast speed, just to see the power in his body. To be honest, I'm Xiao Yang. Xiao Yang scratched his head and smiled at the three Yi Qing. You are Xiao Yang? You Xiao Yang who disappeared for 5 years in the Hall of People? It is said that the person who won the first place in the points looting competition and defeated the twin ghost emperors? Yi Qing heard the words, and immediately frowned. For some reason, the strength of this person in front of him actually made Yi Qing feel a sense of danger. If there is no one with the same name and surname as me in Funxiang Pavilion, then what you said should be me. Xiao Yang waved to Yi Qing and the three of them, and then walked directly. Hehe, don't be in a hurry, this junior brother must be Xiao Yang from the Human Palace. Yi Qing suddenly laughed when she heard this. Although Yi Qing felt that the strength of the person in front of him was a bit terrifying, in order to prevent him from slipping away, he could only speak out. By the way, the person you just said broke into the sky above Burning Heaven territory is also me. Then what? The power was too strong and I accidentally couldn't control it. Xiao Yang stopped and smiled at Yi Qing and the others. What? Yi Qing's body was shocked when he heard the words. Of course, he knew the horror of this Burning Heaven territory. This is something that even the top Do D Peak fears, let alone this kid in front of him. Since that's the case, then this senior brother should go back with me to meet our second senior brother. After all, he's been managing this Burning Tianyu recently. If something like this happened, he would definitely not be able to escape the relationship. Yi Qing's mind quickly turned, and he immediately thought of it. Where are you going back? I just came back. You want me to go somewhere else before we go back to the Human Palace? Xiao Yang also felt that the three people in front of him were looking for something, and he immediately became tough. Hey, this senior brother, we are people in the Hall of Earth, so we won't do anything to you. You just need to go back and explain a thing or two with us, and we will definitely let you go back to the Hall of People. The two next to Yi Qing the disciple spoke up. Is that so? It seems that it's really my fault to break into the Burning Heaven territory, so what do you think? You two go together, how about I go with you if you win? Xiao Yang suddenly spoke up the next moment. What? This junior brother, did you make a mistake? The three of us go up together. Isn't this just plain bullying? Although our Funxiang Pavilion doesn't clearly stipulate that we can't learn from each other, but if this is spread out, it will be ridiculed by other colleagues. Yi Qing said with great disdain. Then I'm leaving. Xiao Yang simply didn't bother to talk nonsense with these people, He still thought about going back to Wuzhuju to find Xiaoyi and the others. How could he waste time here? Don't go! Yi Qing immediately shouted slightly when Xiao Yang insisted on leaving. How do you say that you are also a disciple in the Hall of Earth? In terms of identity and status, he is much more powerful than the kid in the Hall of People. How could this kid be ignorant? It seems that he needs to be taught a lesson. Since you are Xiao Yang, who is rumored to be in the Hall of People, then I want to discuss with you. What do you think? Yi Qingxi said. Is it enough to say no earlier? Xiao Yang rolled his eyes for a while. Come on, let's fight quickly. I'll give you 10 seconds. Xiao Yang said calmly. Boy, sometimes, words can't save you. Don't provoke some enemies you can't afford for the quickness of words. Yi Qing said coldly, and couldn't help feeling a little angry. The boy in front of him actually doesn't take their temple in his eyes. Be sure to teach him a lesson. Let's wait until you can hold on for 10 seconds. Xiao Yang completely ignored Yi Qing's words, and immediately took the lead without waiting for Yi Qing to move. Boom boom boom. The terrifying fist directly forced Yi Qing's lower part to attack, making Yi Qing too late to dodge. Just at the critical moment, Yi Qing's whole body flashed with silver vindictiveness, and then with a little toes, he immediately left the ground. It's not bad, the reaction is okay. Xiao Yang naturally did not use all his strength. After all, this is the Fenxiang Pavilion, and the discussions between the same sects are not enough to kill, so Xiao Yang's attacks are just messy and very random. But Rao is like this, and it also caused a huge pressure on Yi Qing. During the constant fights, Yi Qing could feel the power of flames faintly revealing from Xiao Yang's boy in front of him. Although the flame was deeply hidden by Xiao Yang, Yi Qing still felt a trace of it, and Yi Qing's heart immediately shook. No, I can't go on like this, or I will be defeated by this kid sooner or later. If I lose, then... Yi Qing's eyes flashed with determination, and then all the fighting qi in his body poured out, as if he was preparing some fighting skills. Are you going to fight? All right, let me see if I can reach it with the holy flame fighting qi alone. Xiao Yang finished speaking, exuding a hint of khaki yellow holy flame power, but the khaki yellow holy flame power was blocked by Xiao Yang. Strictly suppressed, so Yi Qing naturally didn't feel it. Junior brother, let my brother teach you what it means to respect the teacher and respect the Tao. Yi Pin raised his hands high above his head, and a terrifying aura instantly condensed. It's just you. Xiao Yang said disdainfully, and then slowly stimulated the fighting qi in his body. Look. It's Lei Yinzhu. This is a low-level fighting skill of the immortal rank. Unexpectedly, senior brother Yi Qing used it all. I think this disciple named Xiao Yang is not a fuel-efficient lamp. You can't say that. Senior brother Yi Qing clearly wanted to end this competition as soon as possible so that Xiao Yang could go back to our palace, so he used this trick. Boy, let you try the taste of thunder and lightning. With a cold snort, the thunder and lightning beads in Yi Qing's hands that were terrifyingly exuding dense thunder and lightning suddenly attacked Xiao Yang. Just after Lei Yinzhu left, Yi Qing's do qi in Yi Qing's body had been adjusted to 9 out of 10. Obviously, the use of this do skill was not small. It's good to come. Xiao Yang laughed loudly, and then without hesitation, he was enveloped in the power of holy flames, and then directly collided with the oncoming Lei Yinzhu energy ball. Boom boom boom. The terrifying sound of the explosion spread here, causing some places around to discover the movement here. Hey, isn't it where Yi Qing and the others went to check on the burning heaven territory? Why does it seem like someone is fighting? Did something happen? Forget it, it's not too short of time, let's go and have a look. After the beautiful figure finished speaking, she disappeared instantly, rushing towards where. Damn, you're going to die. Yi Qing had just finished using the Lei Yinzhu, and the do qi in his body was already a little insufficient, but seeing that Xiao Yang directly wrapped the do qi and bumped up, Yi Qing was very anxious. Although Fenxiang Pavilion does not prohibit open and secret fights, but once casualties occur, I am afraid Yi Qing will not be able to eat and walk around, and Yi Qing knows that the terrifying power above his Thunder Pearl kills 1 5-star Do Emperor powerhouse is still more than enough. Damn, I can't take it back. Yi Qing tried to take back the Lei Yinzhu that he cast, but found that he had lost contact with Lei Yinzhu. Damn, don't you die. Xiao Yang. Yi Qing's pupils shrank tightly at this time, because he was also afraid that Xiao Yang would suddenly be seriously injured, then Yi Qing would jump into the Yellow River and couldn't wash it. Senior brother, your immortal level fighting skills are not good. Anything else? Come a little more. Just when Yi Qing was afraid, the two just met each other, without any strength or sound. Xiao Yang opened his mouth and gave the Lei Yinzhu to the devourer in. Mad, this guy must be a lunatic. Yi Qing couldn't help scolding. People from the Hall of Earth, that's all, see you next time. Remember, our human palace is not a soft persimmon that anyone can handle. Xiao Yang said casually. The warning in his voice was obviously unexpected, and it was obvious that Yi Qing's attitude towards their human palace was invisible. Xiao Yang has already discovered some clues. Xiao Yang also saw clearly the strength of these people. This Yi Qing's strength is in the late stage of the 5-star Dodi. Although it is not weak, compared with Xiao Yang, there is a huge difference. As for the two disciples who followed Yi Qing, let alone strength. Hold on, Your Excellency, I don't know how to explain the matter of burning Tianyu. Just as Xiao Yang turned to leave, a sweet voice came out slowly. Well, Xiao Yang just turned around and was about to leave, when he saw that Yi Qing, who was affected by his holy flame fighting qi, and whose aura was floating, suddenly had another aura. That breath just appeared. It made Yi Qing's body become quiet because of the flames, and the speed was extremely fast, making Xiao Yang feel confused for a while. Come out, or I'll do it. Xiao Yang looked around coldly. An invisible wave slowly appeared, and once there was any wave, he would take action without hesitation. With Xiao Yang's strength at this time, even if he did not use the power of Holy Flame, he would probably be able to deal with the powerhouse of the 6-star Do Emperor perfection level. Because it was discovered earlier that Yi Qing seemed to have a great opinion about their human palace, Xiao Yang just wanted to punish him. After all, he would not do anything out of the ordinary. Are you Xiao Yang in that person's palace? With a soft voice, in front of Xiao Yang and the others, a woman in white appeared, with a very rare look of doubt in her eyes. The moment he saw this woman, Xiao Yang's complexion immediately changed. This woman is dressed in white, and shows the graceful curves to the fullest. Although she is not beautiful, she can be regarded as a rare beauty. There is a different kind of temperament on her indifferently smiling cheeks. Just by virtue of her distinctive temperament, she made this woman alluring. Senior Sister Lingxian. Yi Qing was still shocked by Xiao Yang's terrifying strength when she saw the appearance of Lingxian, who was known as the Little Witch of the Earth Palace, and her expression softened immediately. After all, even though this Little Witch is the most famous Little Witch in their underground palace, she is the best choice in terms of strength and appearance. It can be said that this is the dream of many Funxiang Pavilion disciples. I'm Xiao Yang, what's the matter with me? Xiao Yang immediately said coldly when he saw some doubts in the woman's tone. It's nothing, I just want to see if the rumored Xiao Yang in the Hall of People is as powerful as the rumors say. After all, it was the one who killed the twin ghost emperors. Ling Xian's eyebrows flickered slightly, staring at Xiao Yang motionless. I don't know why, Ling Xuan's strength in the middle stage of the 6-star Do Emperor actually felt a sense of fear in front of this man. I've seen it now, how do you feel? Xiao Yang asked in confusion. He had never said anything about himself. This woman's strength should not be underestimated, and looking at Yi Qing's attitude towards her, I'm afraid this woman's status is not low in the Temple of Earth. It doesn't seem to be as powerful as the legends say. Ling Xian was not staring at Xiao Yang, but said casually, trying to provoke Xiao Yang. By the way, our individual competition in the 3 temples of heaven, earth and humanity is over. I want to fight you alone, how about it? Ling Xian's small fist stared at Xiao Yang excitedly. I refuse. Xiao Yang refused directly. After all, he still didn't know the identity of this woman, so it would be better not to make extra troubles. How dare you refuse me? Do you know who I am? Seeing this, Ling Xian was immediately stomped by Xiao Yang. I don't have time to play family games with you, and I'm not interested in knowing who you are. Xiao Yang said calmly, and just after he finished speaking, he walked towards the 5 bamboo residents in the Hall of People without looking back. You. Ling Xian saw Xiao Yang's attitude. How could she bear it? Ling Xian was regarded as the jewel in the palm of countless brothers and sisters in their underground palace. How could she be treated like this? Senior sister, forget it, even I can't see through this kid's strength. Yi Qing, who was beside him, hurriedly said, his strongest attack just now seemed to be just tickling Xiao Yang, so terrifying the strength of Yi Qing can't help but succumb to the idea of retreat. I don't care, I must let this Xiao Yang know the consequences of being defiant. Let's go. Ling Xian angrily left here. It's strange, he just played against Xiao Yang. This kid obviously didn't use all his strength, and the power of flames on his body seems to be too terrifying. Yi Qing looked at Xiao Yang, who was walking away, and couldn't help but think. Shocked, and immediately followed. 5 bamboos live in the courtyard. Why didn't Xiao Yang come back? How long has it been since then? He won't encounter any accident, right? Above the yard, the 4 of them were sitting here slowly and chatting constantly. Mu Feng, don't talk nonsense, Xiao Yang is so powerful, how could something happen? The green flute on the side glared at Mu Feng and said, they knew how powerful Xiao Yang was from the desert of death. Hihi, it's not been 5 years, I'm a little worried. Mu Feng said slowly. Although 5 years is not a short time, it is not much for swallowing holy flames. Mu Yingying said. In 5 years, the 4 of them have practiced in the desert mountain range for 2 years, and then came back to the Funxiang Pavilion to practice for 3 years. They digested some of the adventures in the desert mountain range for me, and I also have strength and combat experience. A huge improvement. The strength of LVDI and Mu Feng has risen to the level of the late 5-star Do Emperor, which is enough to make some people in the underground hall feel ashamed. As for Mu Yingying, their strength has soared to the level of the 5-star Do Emperor. God is only 1 step away. In Xiaoyi's words, her strength has also been promoted to the 8-star Do Emperor consummation. If you want to go further, the Terror will only continue to improve her strength after it evolves. Otherwise, at this stage, Xiao Yi's strongest strength will only have the 8-star Do Emperor consummation. No, my eldest brother's strength is unpredictable even for me, so it will be fine, and my eldest brother and I have some special things, so I can feel that he is fine. Xiao Yi looked outside the Wuzhuju and said, I don't know how Xiao Yang is doing. I'm afraid he has heard of this kind of thing. It's the first time I've actually seen it. Mu Feng said with a look of anticipation. This kind of thing, even a few of them, is the first time they have seen it. In the face of the power of flame that is so intense, even Mu Feng's vindictive energy seems to be on fire, and it is enough to see the horror of this holy flame. It's a secret, it's better not to tell the outside world, after all, the rarity of holy flame is. Xiao Yi said suddenly, obviously because of something taboo. That's right, it's better for us to know this. Several people started talking. By the way, I heard that the individual competition of the 3 temples of heaven, earth and humanity in Funxiang Pavilion has ended, and the next one is the team competition 10 days later. There are 5 people in the team competition, none of which is indispensable, but we are now. The silent Mu Yingying flashed her eyelashes. There is still one missing. Although it is not difficult for this person to be selected from our halls, the cooperation between them is enough. Mu Feng's eyes revealed a hint of thinking. Look at his back. Just when everyone was thinking about how to solve this problem, a man with a heavy ruler slowly came to Wuzhuju. It's been a long time, everyone. A familiar voice slowly entered the ears of the 4. This video will end here.